Hey guys, James here with BlackOvis.com. Today I've got some of the Phelps game calls that we wanted to go through. Specifically, I'm looking at the AMP diaphragm calls right now. The reason I went with the AMP frame for me personally is just a fit. As we talk about a lot in some of these call instructionals, having the fit correct for your mouth makes a big difference on operating these calls. So I've got a little narrower and a higher, higher profile palate. So the AMP frame fits me a little bit better than some of the flatter tones, tone boards do on some of the diaphragms. So what I will say on Phelps is they do a pretty good job of listing what type of sounds or what type of pitch ranges you're going to get out of an individual diaphragm. So I've got them lined up here from lightest to heaviest in the AMP frames that we had on hand. So to start, I'll start off with this the AMP Orange, and as Phelps has it on their packaging, they're looking at light cow, calf, and immature bull sounds, and I think that's pretty true for this call. I do like this diaphragm quite a bit. Super easy to use. If you're just starting for diaphragms, this would be a good one to start with in the amps or in the Phelps lineup. It just takes very little pressure, very little air to operate it. It is higher pitch, just like it says. You're going to get some, it's going to be easy to do cow or calf chirps on it, higher pitch cows, and you can still bugle on it, but it's going to be some of those higher pitch tones. So keep that in mind as you're looking at these. You can pretty well go by, what's on the packaging. We'll talk about some of the heavier ones a little bit later. A little bit more difficult to operate, but in general, if you're starting off, this AMP Orange is a great one to start with. So we'll just let you hear it hear a few sounds from it. So again, you can hear that high pitch is pretty easy to get in there. So we'll try it with the bugle tube now. So there I did what I would call a couple locating bugles. I did a lip ball and then one that would be a little more of a challenge bugle there at the end. A little bit harder to do the challenge bugle or something with more aggression on that, just because you are going to blow through it a little bit if you're not careful. So that's the AMP Orange from Phelps Game Calls. Check it out at BlackOvis.com.